All right, guys, you're welcome once again. And in this video, we'll be talking about the Cpanel. We'll be talking about the Cpanel. In the last video, we talked about how you can get your hosting, how you can get your domain, how you can get the themes and plugins that we'll be using in the course of the training. And I offered us, sorry, I offered us a kind of freebie and a kind of discount, and a few of us has opted into that. Few of us has opted into that. So for as many of us that have been able to opt into that, your Cpanel details has been sent to you, has been sent to your email. So that's what we'll be using now in this training. And for now, we have three kind of people in on board. Now we have three categories of people on board. For those people that has opted in through the offer, through the discount, through the giveaway from us, who has gotten their hosting and their domain through us, then your Cpanel details has been sent to you, your login details has been sent to you. For as many of us that has been, or probably for as many of us that have gotten, your hosting and domain before, then I believe you should know how to get into your Cpanel. And for as many of us that will be going by ourselves to get the hosting and domain by ourselves, like I've shown us how we can get that yesterday, like I've shown us how we can get that in the last video. The Cpanel username, login details will definitely be sent to us, to you, from your hosting company provider, server provider. So these are the three categories of people we have on this training currently. So irrespective of where you fall to, probably you got it from us, through us, or you bought it yourself, or you already have it. You have the details. All we are after now is the details. All we are after now is the details. All we are after now is the details. So when you have the details, probably you've come to a place like Namecheap and you've gotten your hosting, you've gotten a domain, and the details has been sent to you. How do you go ahead and have your Cpanel? How do you have this kind of thing you're seeing on the screen? This is my own Cpanel. This is the Cpanel to one of my domain and my hosting plans. So how do you go about it? So let's take for instance that you have your domain name as conley.com. So you want to type conley.com /cpanel. So then that will automatically redirect you. That will automatically redirect you to your Cpanel dashboard. You see, the reason why it's bringing this is just because there is no active domain or active hosting for this conley.com. So let me use my den. I just want to show you what it's all about. So you have Godswealth.site /Cpanel. So let's see if it's gonna redirect me back to my Cpanel login. You see what is bringing. Cpanel is connecting. So Cpanel is connecting to my domain, Cpanel is connecting to my hosting. Then it will automatically redirect it to where I can easily log in my Cpanel. You see. So here you have this. So if you want to log in into your Cpanel, what you need to do is your domain name /Cpanel. Your domain name /Cpanel. So like my own, the one I'm currently using here in this training now is Godswealth.site, so /Cpanel, and automatically you'll be redirected to this place. So the details that was sent to you, for as many of us that has opted in through us, the details that was sent to you, the username and the password that was in the mail that was sent to you, or for as many of us that has been able to buy it by ourselves, the details that has been sent to you, you have in that details your username and your password. So all you want to do is to come over here and type in your username and your password. I already did that. That's why I'm having this there. So I'm currently logged in into my Cpanel. So if you also want to have this kind of thing, the email, the details that I was sent to you is what you put in there, and then you have your you have your login here. So let's see. So I'm already logged in into my Cpanel. So I quickly want to introduce us to one or two things about Cpanel. I quickly want to introduce us to one or two things about Cpanel and the major things we'll be using there. Now, this is your Cpanel. What is Cpanel? Cpanel simply means control panel. And what do you need the control panel for? You need a control panel to control all the activities going on on your website. Now, we have two ways of building a website. It's either you build a website while you are connected, or You build a website while you are not connected. Now, if you are building a website when you don't have an internet connection, that simply means you'll be using a local server. You'll be using a local server because as at then your website will not be live on the internet, even though you build a very beautiful, a very, an awesome, presentable, responsive website. Nobody will be able to see your website. You're only doing it for yourself. So you will be able to build it, but it won't go live. So that is what you can do if you are not connecting to the internet to build your website. But if you are going to be connecting to the internet to build your website, you're going to be using what we call the content management system. I said that in the last video, in the last training, that there is what we call the content management system, and I'll be showing us some of this content management system. What is content management system? Everything on your website, they are contents available for a specific group of people to consume, right? There are different content available to a specific group of people to consume, probably to solve their problem, to get them acquainted with something, to inform them, to change their mentality, to change their orientation, to pass an information to them, or to empower them, whatsoever the intention behind the content is. We care less about that now, but you should know that everything on any website, they are in form of a content. So it can be in form of a text content, it can be in form of a video content, it can be in form of a picture content, it can be in form of quotes. Everything you have in your website, they are content. Now, how do you manage this content? How do you manage this content? For you to manage this content consistently and effectively, then you need a control panel. And that is what brings us into what Cpanel is. So Cpanel is a platform that helps you to manage all your content, all your website content, everything you have on your website, everything. Think of anything you want to talk about on your website. Cpanel helps you to manage this. It helps you to manage your email, and that is what will be bringing me to analyzing what this Cpanel is all about. Now, you see, this one is saying exclusive from what's it called? This is a service provider. So let's start from this email. See it. The Cpanel helps you to manage your mail. So in your Cpanel, you have the opportunity to create an email account, of which we'll be talking about in our next video. You have the opportunity to create a folder. Don't be too eager. I'll be talking about the folder. You have the opportunity to create an autoresponder, right? Awesome. You have the opportunity to create a mailing list, right? You have the opportunity to, manage your calendar, your contacts, your email, frequently asked questions. You have the opportunity to, manage your email usage. You have the opportunity to manage your spam, filter your spam, your spam messages. You can only do this on your Cpanel. And this Cpanel that you are seeing here is a resultant effect of the fact that, of the truth that an hosting package has been bought. So for as many of us that are taking on, the offer we gave, you already got an hosting package and you already got a domain. The Cpanel details has been sent to you, and that is why you can easily have this. So what I expect you to do now is after seeing this video, after this part of the training, go and log in with your Cpanel details. Then you have all of this on your website, or on your screen rather. So you can manage your emails, you can manage your files. Talk of any of your files. Here you can easily see what your disk usage is all about. You can have manage your FTP account. You can manage your file, your files. Like you have a file manager on your mobile phone, whereby inside your file manager you have your picture, your gallery, you have your video, you have your documents, your PDF, and the likes. That is what this file aspect of the Cpanel is all about. It helps you to manage all types of content, all types of file you have. Now we have the database as well. We have the database as well. And under the database, this is where, for as many of us that are conversant with programming, you understand what PHP means, you understand what MySQL means, you understand what database mean, you understand what the database wizard mean. As we move on in this training, I'll be explaining most of these things. Then also, you can also manage your domains. You can also manage your domain. So, I told you earlier that domains and hosting goes are hand in hand. So, it is in Cpanel you can manage your hosting package, everything that comes alongside with your hosting. You can also manage your domain. So that this is where you can easily add a subdomain. You can easily add an add-on domain. You can easily add a redirect domain, a redirect, and the likes. So you can easily manage your domain in this panel, and also you can check the metrics related to your website. That is like the visitation, the number of visitors you're having, the kind of bandwidth you're having, the resource usage, and the like. So that's that about metrics. Some of these things you don't really need much of it because you are not going to be using any of it. You're not going to be using any of it. So we have the security as well. You have the security. That is where the SSL comes in. We talked about SSL. We talked about HTTPS in the beginning of this training, where we talked about it being the security attached to all the files on your website, so as for hackers and hijackers not to come and hijack all the content or hack all the content and put your potential customer or your client or your visitors information at risk. So this is the security aspect of your cPanel, where you can easily manage etc, SSLs, TL, SS, HSLs, and the likes. So for you to okay, I'll be showing you that as we move on. So that's the security aspect of the website. Then we have the software. Now this software, under this software is what we have the CMS that we talked about the other time, which is the content management system that helps you to manage all your content, So we have a lot of softwares that you can use in building a website, in managing your content. We have okay, before I move on, in the course of this training, what we'll be using, I already mentioned that earlier, but let me repeat it. We'll be using what we call the WordPress. To build our website. Now, WordPress is a content management system. And I'll be telling us the reason why we'll be using WordPress. We have a lot of content management system out there that we can use to build different beautiful websites. But the truth remains that WordPress, okay, let's quickly search for something. How many websites online was built by WordPress? So let's see what the result will be like. Wow. Okay, so let's see. Now, I want you to read this alongside with me. It said, as of 2021, there are about 1.3 billion total websites on the web, right? Wow, that was awesome. More than 455 million sites use WordPress, and over 2 million downloads every year. WordPress usage continue to rise steadily. WordPress lets you create your website easily and manage it from any computer. That is one of the reasons why we'll be using WordPress. The major reason why we'll be using WordPress is just because WordPress powered a higher percentage of the website you see online. So go and check most of the websites you see online. They were built using WordPress. WordPress is a content management system. And another reason why we'll be using WordPress is that all other content management systems are individually created. Let me use that word. That is, a person like you are creating a software, right? We are talking about software currently. Don't forget, we're talking about software currently. An individual just creates a software and tells you, okay, you can use this software to build a website. The thing is, such a software is not dependable because anything can happen at any time. And better still, such a software will be having some limitations. Right? But when you're talking about WordPress was designed by the collection of many software developers. So it's not only one person that just sit one day and just like, oh, I want to build a website, I want to build a software. No. We have numbers of software developers coming together, brainstorming together, sharing ideas together to build what we call WordPress today. So it is dependable. and it is an open source software. That is, it's not meant to someone alone. It's not meant to someone alone. Let's check. Let's check again. Is WordPress an open source software? So let's see. Let's see what we have here. Let's see what we have here. Okay. You see now? Let's go. Let's check. This one is saying Wikipedia is telling us that WordPress WP is a free and open source content management system written in PHP and paired with MySQL and database. Featured include plugin architect and template system. You see? You see? And this software has been in existence since 2003. So it is dependable, it is reliable, and a higher percent of the websites you see online, they are built using WordPress. They are built using WordPress. They are built using WordPress. They have their website as well. They have their website, which is wordpress.org. Which is wordpress.org. This is their website as well. This is their website. So that is that about that. We'll be coming back to the software. We have the advanced aspect. Oh, you don't really need anything here. We have the preference aspect. You don't really need anything there. So we have the Softaculous app installer. Now I told you there are a lot of apps and there are a lot of scripts. There are a lot of content management system, CMS, out there that you can use. You have the like of WordPress, Joomla, Abantecat, PHPBB, SMF, WHMCS. This one is being used for resellers and the likes, PHP7 CMS, and many more. But what we'll be using in this training? No. I'm not going there. What we'll be using in this training is WordPress. We'll be using WordPress to build all the sites we'll be building. And all these applications, all these softwares, they are categorized. We have those ones that are very good for blogs, some are good for portals and content management system. Some are good for forum, some are good for social networking, ad management, calendar, gaming, and the like. But WordPress can help you to get all of this done. So that's that about the Cpanel. We'll be talking more on each of these in our subsequent video. So as you can see here, this is the general information, the username, and now as you can see here, this website is having its own security. As you can see, I told you the other time, this padlock, this simply means Godswealth.site is secured. I'm having what's it called? Security on this site. So if you put in your details, your everything here is secured. Also, you'll be seeing your statistics and the likes, what you have access to. We'll be talking more about this in our subsequent video. So that is that about the Cpanel. So for as many of us that have gotten our Cpanel information, we've sent the Cpanel details to you. Go ahead and log into your Cpanel. Go ahead and check all these things that we've talked about here. You just go ahead and check all these things that we've talked about here, and you get to know more about setting up your Cpanel in the next video. And for as many of us who already have the login details, the Cpanel details, you can also follow the training. So see you in the next video. Thank you so much.